Okay. Counting in. Gone. Make sure your little thingy's green. Got a green light.
I can't see that.
Yeah, it's green.
Okay. What did you do? It's green.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Brandy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So basically, on this YouTube channel, I want to tell you all about my experience. The whole last year I spent traveling in my RV. Pretty much just gave up everything. Why would I do such a thing? Well, because I spent the last 2 decades with migraines, anxiety, depression. I mean, you name it, I probably dealt with it. So basically, I want to be able to tell everyone my experiences, give you all my tips and my tools, what modalities, all my favorite teachers. So everything that I've learned in the past year. Well, at one point, I wound up here in Flagler Beach, Florida. So much going on around here. This is my girlfriend, Melissa. She's an intuitive channel. And basically, after meeting Melissa, I mean, you meet everyone for a reason, obviously. And, she's definitely been helping me in what I'm calling, she's been helping me with my healing sessions. So we've already done a couple of sessions already, but basically I'm going to show those also on my YouTube channel. Some crazy stuff has happened since I've been in Flagler Beach, and there's a lot of things happening here. So basically, Melissa has her own channel, which she's starting also at Light Girl Rising. Mine is at Trip 4 Healing. And yeah, so thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
So basically, I at one point needed to get out of my RV for a couple of days. So I spent one day in a hotel for 2 nights. And then I wound up in another hotel for 2 nights. And then Melissa was at the front desk. So basically, she's like, sorry, your room's not ready. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to sit here.
You just sat down. I'm like, oh, she's going to sit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sat down and we got to chatting, and then we became friends. And then I met Carol. She'll eventually pop in on my YouTube, obviously. And then, yeah, it's the 3 of us,
Yeah.
Here we are in Flagler
Here we are.
Beach.
It's an adventure for sure.
So basically, I want Melissa to really talk about what she does, so that people know, she's definitely someone to reach out to for Reiki.
Reiki, yeah, I do channeled energy sessions. So I'll just go into me a little bit.
Yeah.
So about 5 years ago, 2018, my sister passed away. And that set into motion my trip for healing.
Yeah.
Really started in 2018. And I've gone from being an elementary school teacher for like 20 years to doing this. It's a complete transformation. It's completely different than when I started. So through my journey, I realized I started channeling. I took Reiki classes. I started doing light language, and I just kind of evolved from teaching, 6 and 7-year-olds to bringing through energy, bringing through activations and light language transmissions, and learning. I would learn something, and then I'd realize it was a real thing. So like, I'm singing light language, and I'm like, what is this? And then I find out light language is a thing. So what I'm doing now is I'm still exploring. I'm still figuring out who I am and what I can do, and I just want to share my experiences with others, whether it's bringing through energy sessions, readings, mediumship. I can pretty much talk to anyone out there, but it's not in a traditional way.
So basically, I feel like you went from teaching children to now teaching adults, or helping adults, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things to do is I call them multidimensional Reiki, only because I don't have a better name for it at this point. But it's really going through the chakras and bringing energy into the chakras. And it's Reiki, but it's also light language. And light language is directed, it's conscious. So it goes exactly where you need it according to what your higher self desires. So I'm working directly with your higher self. And as I'm doing the light language and the Reiki, messages will come through, and it could be messages from family, it could be messages from galactic beings, could be messages from ascended masters, could be messages from the earth, excuse me. Sometimes for some people it's just a lot of straight messages, so that's what they're ready for. It all depends on your higher self and what your higher self is asking for and what you need right now. So I've been in this transition, and I have lots of experiences to share. There's a lot of things that have happened.
Yes,
So.
we're both going to be sharing a lot of stuff on our channels. And so the first session I did with Melissa was because I had a girlfriend 4 years ago kill herself. So a lot of things I want to talk about too on my channel is about suicide. Where is it coming from? Is it, mental health? Is it from depression? After everything that's happened to me since I've been out here, I kind of also feel like I think it could also be something to do with past lives. And so that's another thing we're going to talk about, because as I've been out here, I've had a lot of things happen about past life stuff. So that was a second session we did together, and that is a whole nother crazy story, which we'll break off, and I will show the clips from that, and then we'll talk about that when we do that YouTube episode.
With past lives, I always say people are portals. And so as we learn more about ourselves and we heal and we tap into higher frequencies, it's like you meet someone and you're drawn to them because they're a portal, whether it's a portal into a healing for you, a realization that's going to push you into healing, or they're just a portal to a past life information that's going to come through, or both, commonly both. But I found that a lot. The different people I run into, it's like, oh, yes, there was that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even for me, I've kind of always been open to thinking about all this type of stuff, but until I wound up here in Flagler Beach and I got hit with a lot of things that I ever didn't really realize, wow, all this is really true. Like, as people want to call my journey right now, my spiritual awakening. Well, for me, I'm still like in my first year. Melissa, how long have you been on your spiritual awakening?
Well, it's been a little while. I think I got divorced in 2009, and that kind of put me in a whole new direction. I was still teaching, still kind of doing my regular thing, but I started searching. It was different. I started searching. I found Abraham Hicks, and I found just all these different teachers, and so I started consuming that type of thing back then. But it was really the major things happened in 2018. I knew I could channel, but I started following Cryon, Lee Carroll. I went to conferences. I went to Abraham Hicks conferences. I really went all in, but it was 2018 that it really shifted, really started full on.
Because, to be honest, Melissa is so wise. I can't it's true, and basically, everything that I've done in a year, because my last year has been hardcore. I mean, I'm studying all day, every day. I pretty much think I put 10 years into 1 year, because this is all I've done in the last year. My whole day is being spent podcasts, YouTube, studying, learning, what can I absorb in the day to make myself better. And I think a big thing for both of us right now is human design, and like, even for me, astrology, and everything that I can to figure out my path in life or who I am as a person, and then being okay with that and accepting that. So, one thing for us with human design is I find out, like, I'm a manifesting generator, and what does that mean, and all these channels, and like Melissa is a projector, which means she's very wise, to be honest.
Someone gifted me a human design reading, because I wasn't really into it. It was maybe a little less than 2 years ago. And I found out I was a projector. And the man, Danny Guru, he's also on Instagram, he did my chart, and then he called me. He talked me through it. I didn't get any written report, but he would call and talk to me. And it really resonated what he was saying. I'm a 2/4 hermit opportunist. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm a hermit. And then I go out and I make connections. And that's been my thing. But it's taken me almost 2 years to really understand what a projector is. And like, that's why I'm doing the energy sessions, because my aura is a penetrating aura. It goes into others, and I know things about them, and I can give them advice, and I can give them insights.
And that's why she's an intuitive channel. And works really well one-on-one with people. So like doing a session with her, no matter what, is going to, oh my gosh, bring you enlightenment. It's going to help heal you. You're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to learn maybe about someone from the other side that needs to talk to you. There's just so many things that can happen when you have a session with her.
And I love it because it's always different.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going, whoa, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Wonder what this is. Oh, wow. And I'm telling the stories coming through me, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Like, there was one lady, like, she's a interplanetary dolphin communicator. like, whoa. I've never heard this before. And she's like, well, actually, I did. I created this thing of this way to communicate with dolphins here. And I was like, oh. You know, she's like, I swam with dolphins, and they've lifted me up. They swam to me. And this whole story came out about how she's on this council that works with dolphins and all these other water planets. And I'm like, okay. It's like, it's different every single time. I've worked with some, like, actually I worked with people who were from Germany and the Holocaust and things like that. And what came up was so powerful, so powerful. And then it's like, I can't even begin to say all the different stories that everyone has. It's just amazing.
But that is why we're both starting our YouTube channels, because so then she's going to be able to tell all her stories. I'm going to be able to tell all my stories. And so basically, yeah, welcome to my YouTube at Trip for Healing. My name's Brandy Hale.
And I'm Melissa Dawn, and my YouTube is at Light Girl Rising.
That works. That's good.
Yeah.
That works. Then we could cut that.